Alrighty. So, hello, I'm Saintvicious, and I'm going to go over the patch 3.9 patch notes, which are coming out tonight. And I haven't had a chance to play on the patch yet, but I'm going to give you my basic gist of what I think about the changes. So, they reduce Brand's mana cost on his Pillar of Flame, which is his main form of wave clear and opener on its stun. And then they up the mana cost on Conflag, which is like the follow up for the AoE clear. And then they also lower the mana cost overall for Pyroclasm. Like, I think the main reason why they changed the mana cost on Pillar of Flame is because they wanted it to be used more for like proccing the stun, uh, rather than using it to like proc the wave clear on his E. And then the mana cost on Pyroclasm is just like an overall kind of quality of life buff. I don't really think these are the changes that Brand needed. I think that Brand needed more scaling AP ratios. Like his AP ratios are pretty low due to his passive. I think he just needs a little bit better ratios. And also, one of the main reasons why people don't play Brand is because it's too easy to outplay him in a lot of scenarios, like to dodge his stun and things like that. Because the way he sets up his abilities is really, it's just really predictable. Like you can open with your W, then you can throw a Q. So if you're a carry, I would rather be playing like Annie or Rise or something like that that just has instant CC. And like that's the difference between those carries and Brand. That's why he's not good. Corky, they lowered the mana cost on his W. They cut it in half, which is like really good for laning. Then on top of that, they lowered the mana cost on his Missile Barrage down to 20, which is half of the max rank. This is like really good change for Corky. I thought Corky was actually okay after last patch. He just needed one more like little tip over to be a competitive level 80 carry, and I think you'll actually see a lot of Corkys running around in this patch. Because I mean, I feel like Corky's still a really good champion. He just ran out of mana like so badly, so you couldn't build anything but like a Trinity on him. But I think now that they have these changes, you might see like a BT Rush Corky or something like that. So I could definitely, or maybe a Blade of the Ruined King. I could see anything with Corky. Like Corky's just overall a good champion. You can build anything on him. Then they nerfed Draven's passive, and thank God because that passive was so dumb. Like it was doing such an insane amount of damage, and like I just felt like Draven just like outclassed every AD carry early game, and I'm really glad that they changed this. They changed it to basically like a gold stacking thing on his like catching axes and minion kills and all that. Like I think it's like a terrible passive. Like I don't think. I mean, it's like it's there and you're gonna notice it, but it's still like I don't really like the passive. Like I don't feel like it. It doesn't feel like Draven. And but I'm still glad that they nerfed his AD. Like overall, like I thought he was too damn strong. Like the bleed was so strong. They did a bug fix to Evelynn. That's whatever. They made Hecarim's late game Q cost like even more. I don't even know why they keep nerfing Hecarim. Like I honestly don't even think he's that good, and he still has mana problems even before they nerfed this. So I don't know where they're going with this. Seems like a really weird change. So they bug fixed Janna. That's whatever. Jace, they nerfed his acceleration gate, and they also buffed the basic missile speed on the shock blast. So when you're not using shock blast acceleration gate, it's going to move faster, but you're not going to have your acceleration gate up for poking. I think with max CDR, which is a lot of what a lot of Jaces will have, you know, like a brutalizer and CDR boots, maybe blue. What is that? It's like 9-10 second cooldown on gate, which is a lot more reasonable than being hit by and a shock blast like every 6 seconds. Like it's actually pretty big nerf. And then on top of this, they also nerf man immune and tier and all that, which I'm gonna go over later in the game, which are all Jace hits. And what else they do? This is whatever. Like Kale's E shouldn't be hitting towers anyways. They nerfed Kenin's early game AD. I think it was to make sure that people don't like just start Doran's Blade and just like wreck people in lane. Because Kenin's all in early is really strong. His harass is really strong. He's really mobile and he's hard to deal with. And they also changed the mark duration. They reduced it to 6 seconds from 8. So make sure that Kenin's more of an all-in champion rather than a poking champion. I kind of want to go over LeBlanc, but like I don't really know enough about LeBlanc to like really fully go over her skills. It mainly feels like that they're trying to tone down her early game a little bit, and then change buff her mid and late game. Because right now how it is her early game is insanely strong. Her mid game is pretty strong, and the moment it hits late game when somebody gets any kind of MR items, like she completely just falls off, and she just doesn't feel that good compared to other carries. So I think that was like the overall goals with her kit. Like I don't really know enough about LeBlanc to like go over this, so I'm just gonna completely skip it. These is like bug fixes to Malzahar. Like it's nothing really. Bug fix Mastery, bug fix to Morgana. Now like you can see the Q stacks on Asus as a buff, which is pretty cool. Like you don't have to keep hovering over Q. They bug fixed Nautilus being able to go over like Dragon Wall and things like that. Not Dragon Wall, but like the wall next to Dragon, which is, I mean, it's pretty dumb that it shouldn't be like that. They need to buff the Riven or fix the Riven one too on this. I don't know why they haven't. This is a big change. They nerf Nunu's health per level. It's now like the same health per level as like a Hecarim or something like that. His old health per level was like way too high. And then on top of that, they also toned down his consume damage up front. Like being able to do more damage at level 1 than a smite with consume was like so dumb. Like you still can be like dumb and move up and like get a level 2 consume and consume smite a buff in front of somebody, but it's not going to be as dumb, and Nunu's not going to scale as hard because of his health per level. So I think Nunu will still be like a good and viable pick. He's just not going to be like as dumb. Like his early game, like the whole point of Nunu is like run people over early game, and I think that's what they're aiming for here. Is to nerf that effectiveness. And it's quality of life change Oriana, bug fix to Pantheon, um, bug fix to Riven, bug fix to Shen. Like I don't even like reading the Shyvana changes because I feel like they didn't address any of the things that made Shyvana bad to begin with, and I don't know. I'm just like kind of upset that like these are the changes that they gave Shyvana uh rather than fixing the problems that she actually has. So I'm gonna go over this. So the flame breath no longer reduces armor. Like that's a nerf. The 15% no longer reduces 15% armor. Like that's a nerf for late game team fighting, and I don't like that at all one bit. Like that they took that off of there. Even if it passes through units, like it's still like I'm never gonna be in the position where I'm gonna hit multiple units of my E anyways. And a lot of people don't even max E out early to begin with either, just because it's like such a terrible skill. Um, the debuff durations increase, but it's still like, and then they lowered the upfront damage on it too by 40, and like the trade-off that they're trying to give it is now the on-hit magic damage to debuff targets is changed to 2% of the target's maximum health from 50% of flames rest damage. So what that actually does is like the whole point of like what they did with this is because they want Shyvana to be a good jungler and a good Baron slash dragon controlling champion. So like they also, if you notice, they didn't put a cap on the target's maximum health. Like it's weird that they would have this. Like so, let's say Baron has 10k health, so 2% of the target's maximum health per every single auto and on Q auto. So if you like auto Q auto Baron, I mean that's 4 hits like straight up front like that. So 4 times 2, you know, you can have 8% of Baron's health like right there up front, like just by doing one auto Q auto. Like, and that's not including any other damage. So what Baron? Let's say Baron has say like 10k health. Like that's 800 damage you instantly did to Baron with just like one auto Q auto. So I guess if you include the E damage, it's like 1,000 damage that you can do instantly to Baron. So that'll allow her like buff control to be insane. Like you can combo Baron. You basically have like a 2,000 damage smite like ready to go off at any time. I mean, of course, you're not gonna have the magic pen, but still, like, I could see a Wits and Shyvana being like really good mixed with this. It's just I still feel like they haven't addressed her problems. Like this will make her clearing of buffs and things like that a little bit better, and her dragon and barrier control, but I don't think it fixes the real problems. And they fixed the bug where burnout wasn't scaling with attack damage when Shyvana was in dragon form. Like who the hell builds attack damage on Shyvana anyways? Like come on now. And then they have Dragon's Descent. Like they basically shifted the passive on that over to her regular passive, which of course makes her early game a little bit stronger, but it's still like 5 armor and magic resist. That's all I'm getting. I mean, early game, like that's garbage. It doesn't do anything for me. And then the passive fury gain got increased. Like her ultimate's gonna be up like all the time now. It's gonna be disgusting, like how much it's up. Trade Trail Dragon Form reduced to 5 per second from 6. So like basically they want Shyvana to always be ready to have Dragon Form and to always have it up. Like that's her big selling point is to have Dragon Form. So like I mean, it's a lot of quality of life changes for her, and it's a lot of like nice little changes for her like jungle clearing and and dragon and bear control, but it's still not like they need to make it to where she can power down the jungle insanely fast, or she needs to have a soft CC like a mini slow, sort of like how Trundle has on his Q, or they need to make it to where she's just like so unbelievably tanky that you can build like a frozen mallet or some type of CC item and still be relevant. Or just make her damage like really high. They need to like hit her in like one of those areas to like make her unique. Because right now it feels like Shyvana is just a really crappy version of Nocturne. So let's see what else we got. It's like whatever for Thrash, whatever for Twitch. Stealth from Final Hour now be probably broken upon launching a basic attack. I think that's like to where it's like when you shoot off the basic attack instead of like when the basic attack hits, you come out of stealth. Like sometimes it does that, so they fixed that. Whatever for Zach, they kind of like changed it to where the Zig change is kind of cool because I think Zig is maybe a viable champion. He has really good wave clear, but he has mana problems. So they make it to where like his W is more of like an on-demand CC rather than like a delay. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And then they nerfed like the tier for Nidalee, Jace, and Elise, where you can't just keep changing farms and get the thing maxed out like really fast. 'Cause that's what people are doing with Jace is changing stances over and over again and getting the tier maxed really fast and getting that like really fast, strong mana in. So I'm glad they nerfed that. And then they normalize like the delay on spells, but that just basically means like it's always going to hit 0.625 seconds later when you drop the ultimate, rather than like sometimes it like would probably not always hit. Like the way I see it is like it doesn't always hit like that. Maybe it'd be like 0.7 seconds or maybe like 0.5 seconds. And I think that just has something to do with like terrain or like the way it's dropped or like the champion you're hitting or something. I don't even know how it works, but like that's my take on that. Sauce, whatever, disconnection. Summoners that disconnect while CDC will now properly run back to base. Then they changed this whole like ward and oracle thing to like the share the vision. And I really hate what they're doing with oracles because it's basically going to make the where junglers are going to have to get uh they're going to have to get oracles probably. Like if you're ahead and you're a jungler, you're probably going to have to get an oracle and like start controlling the map. And it's like ugh, I hate that. That's just gonna make junglers even poorer than they were before, and it's just gonna like I'm just so sad. I'm like it just makes me sad because at the beginning of season 2 they wanted the junglers to be like the carries, and then they nerfed all the junglers that were carries. They nerfed all the carrying aspects of junglers. They nerfed all the items that go along with it, and then now they're like doing this change to like just make junglers even more of a support. And it's like I'm season 2 jungler all over again. So it's like I don't know, it's really sad. What else we got? Tears of the Goddess. They just basically they wanted to nerf Manamune and they wanted to nerf tier stacking, like because they don't like Archangel's Rise or Archangel's card that this is running around. Like they want it to be more of a build-up item. So that's basically what they did there. Um, Black Cleaver. I don't even know what this change is. Like I still don't understand like the wording on it. Maul. They basically buffed it because the QSS version of this item, I can't remember the name, Mercurial Scimitar, was just better than in every single way, shape, and form. So they just kind of buffed it to be more in line with that. And these are just like other little weird items. And Summoner's Rift. They changed the death gold values, I think, because people are like proxying and like suiciding and being worth no gold, and they just like continuously split push. That's why they did that. And then they did like some Twisted Tree Lines, Crystal Star based things. And then they nerfed like Poke Champions and Howling Abyss because they wanted that's what they put Orb of Winter in, which will help you out a lot with champions poking you. Uh, yeah, I think that is about it. Loading screen now includes summoner icons. That's cool because they have the summoner like the curse logo and all that kind of things like that coming out in the in the client. So that'll be really cool with that. You can like rep your teams and things like that. So that'll be pretty cool. But anyways, that's it for my patch rundown, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.